Hey guys, Shelly here. So it is week 2 in my quest to becoming a healthier person, and in this video I just wanted to go over an update as well as the mental aspects to becoming a healthier person. So let's start off with the update, just because I am right now not wearing any makeup and it's pretty obvious. You can see the condition of my skin and it is frustrating. Like, I am so upset and so irritated with my skin that I'm just at a loss for words sometimes for it. And I feel like I've actually taken a slight step back since the end of week 1. And in week 1 I do understand that I was on a steroidal medication, orally and topically. So at the end of week 1, a lot of this, had gotten better. And as week 2 has progressed, it seems like it's reverting back. I mean, it hasn't gotten to the point where it was at the beginning of week 1 where it was very, very bad. This is bad, and it's so upsetting because this is not normal acne. I'll get you a close up. This is not normal acne. This is rosacea, and this is rosacea as well. And these, darker red spots over here are so irritating because they are so itchy and you just want to scratch them, but you shouldn't scratch them, because if you do, they can lead to breaking your skin and then scarring, and then that's the last thing you would want to have. And having that go on, and then also these guys seem to never want to go away. Like, this one, shuts down, but then this one comes up. And then when this one goes down, that one comes up. And it's happening on both sides, and it's so discouraging, and it's so unbelievably demoralizing because, no one wants to go to work looking like this. Like, I try to cover it up with minimal makeup as best as I can, but, that can only do so much. You can still see that this is going on, and I know people can see it when I'm talking. I mean, I can see it when I'm talking, and I'm just so grateful that I work with awesome male coworkers. God knows if I had catty women coworkers what it would be like, but it's hard, and it takes away so much from the rest of the positives that's going on, because I have so much more energy now. I feel so much better. I don't feel sluggish. I'm getting, like I said, better sleep. I have better mental clarity, better focus, and even when I wake up in the morning, I don't have that depressing feeling, the feeling that I used to have where I didn't want to go to work. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to stay in bed because I felt life was so crappy. I haven't had those feelings recently, and also, like I said, my clothes are starting to fit a lot better. They're looser. I can feel things tightening up, and it's hard when you see your skin like this and feel anything positive about it. And I think that's the reason why I wanted to talk about the mental aspect, because when you see something so negative in the mirror, it is so easy to just want to chuck it all and go back to the way things were, because if your skin didn't even look this bad when you were being unhealthy, then why should you continue being healthy when it just seems like things might be getting worse? And then when I thought about it, I'm like, I think we've just gotten too used to having things so instantaneous. I mean, things are, at our fingertips nowadays, with the internet and Wi-Fi and all this access that we can have to information, or even food, with fast food or anything like that. We've gotten to be a culture of fast. And we forgot to have patience and learn how to wait for things. And I think, that's where I feel like I'm at fault, because I thought, things would be like that. It would just clear up, it would get better because I'm eating healthy, I'm doing all this great stuff, so my skin should respond just like that. When in reality, it may take longer than just a week or 2 weeks, or maybe even more than a month before I really start seeing something with my skin. And that it's hard to take, because you don't want to go around looking like this, and you just have to remember that everything happens in its own time, and you get too used to trying to rush things, and then when things don't work out the way you expect it to, you give up. And that's where your mentality has to come in, and your obvious struggle within yourself to keep going on. And I think for me, what's helped me with this struggle is just every night to tell myself that I do love myself unconditionally just the way I am. And, you know, maybe like a minute later, then I'll look in the mirror and be like, how can you love yourself when your skin looks like that? Or how, you know, your thighs are still big. You're still a size 14. You're not a size 4. And, you know, those negative aspects are just natural. They'll pop into your head. But I'm hoping, like they say, if you continue doing something for 28 days, it will start becoming a habit. Well, I think, you know, telling yourself that every day is a good habit, because you should love yourself. Even if things may not be perfect. You know, no one is perfect, but you should love yourself because you are more than just what your skin is showing or what your, you know, dress size is. There is more to you than all of that. You know, you can be a wonderful person. You still be so caring and nice, and that is something of value, and everybody should really realize that and accept that and love yourself more. And I think that is what's keeping me strong and keeping me on this path, because if it was just about willpower, honestly, willpower would have gone out the window like the instant that bad rosacea breakout happened, because I think willpower can only take you so much. I think love is so much more powerful than willpower, because love is, you know, what gives you safety. Love is what makes you do the hard work. Love is, you know, one of the most powerful emotions you can have. And for you to love yourself and realize that what you're doing is a form of love is awesome. And I think that's what gives you strength. So definitely, you know, I do have to remember patience and love of me and of the situation, and also to remember to stop looking in the mirror, because, you know, every time you look in the mirror, it's stressful. It gives you a lot more stress, and stress is not good for the skin, whether it be acne or rosacea or anything like that. Anything stressful is not good. And I think that's another part of the mental aspect, is not just only loving yourself, but realizing what is causing yourself not to love yourself. And a lot of times I think it has to do with stress and what is causing your stress. Like for me, you know, I do have a very stressful work situation, just because, you know, with the amount of money we're dealing with in construction, and when things aren't going, everything is not going correct, it's very easy to get completely stressed out and completely overwhelmed. And then, you know, on a personal aspect, you know, being an adult now and having a mortgage and having to pay bills, and, you know, for me, like, my father passed away 3 years ago and my mother is living with me now, and having to, you know, help her in her life, it's a lot of burden, and all those things, those stresses, eat away at you and is not healthy for you. It makes your hormones go crazy. It obviously can lead to bad skin. So realizing those stressors that you have and trying to do things to help combat them, I think is another important mental aspect of it. So I think, you know, now having more mental clarity, I can see things clearer and try to, you know, address things to help ease the stress on myself. And I think by doing that, it's helped me overall, you know, mentally, spiritually, and, you know, physically wise. So definitely, I would recommend, if you are going on to doing this healthy lifestyle as well, not only just focus on what you're eating or your exercise, but really look at what's your mentality and how you're feeling and why you do what you do. Because I think when you really start doing a lot more positive thinking, a lot more loving of yourself, and, you know, getting rid of your stresses, I think that will help keep you solid and on that path to becoming healthier, if that's, you know, what your goal is, or any goal. To have, you know, those 3 elements within it is important. So definitely I will learn to stop looking at the mirror as often as I do, because it's hard not to when this is going on. And I will keep doing my nightly mantra to help with my path and staying on my path, I should say. So definitely, if you guys have any questions or any comments or whatever, please feel free to comment on this video, or you can Facebook me or Instagram me. I'm very good at responding. So thank you so much for tuning in, and hopefully week 3 is going to be a little bit more upbeat as I continue with the positive thinking. And definitely stay healthy. Bye guys.